Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Eagles and the Chargers, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion LA Chargers taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. CD, what a road for these Chargers. Just their second Super Bowl appearance ever and first representing LA.
And it's a franchise that's been around a long time. Originally, the LA Chargers had a lot of success in the AFL, but this is for the Super Bowl, and a lot of folks in Southern California have certainly waited for this day. It's a chance to do something that's never been done before in franchise history.
Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they're trying to pull off what only 3 teams have done before, go from Super Bowl losers to Super Bowl champions.
Last team to do that, the Patriots, Super Bowl 52 and 53. Before that, you've got to go back to the Dolphins in Super Bowls 5 and 6, and the Cowboys in Super Bowls 4 and 5.
And we will not have a return, so the first drive of the Super Bowl will begin at the 25. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete. It's Okurobunan. Look at the big man rumble. He may go. Touchdown, Philadelphia. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Eagles will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. He can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of...
There he goes, left side! And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Hurts. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Downfield, and he's got Olave. Touchdown, Chargers. Chris Olave, 41 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 7. Those Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
From the gun, Mariota. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Davis now to return it. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now he's free to midfield, and he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. The throw over the middle, taken in. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Play action. It's Herbert. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And it's caught. Touchdown! Chris Olave. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
Extra point try now from Dicker.
It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Three and a half to go, first quarter.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try to get things done later. I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10. L.A. readies for its next possession. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence in putting more points up on the board.
Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. On the move to his left. Open man downfield, it's Palmer. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Eckler. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And this time he is in. Austin Eckler. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers will add to their first quarter lead here in the Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 21-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 70 yards rushing for him now in the opening quarter of the Super Bowl. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Hurts. And he is caught. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds. And that'll be the final play of this first quarter. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas. Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right out.
In inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw caught by Olave. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Herbert off of play action. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Eckler again. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chargers continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now up to 14. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. And he returns this to the 22. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 3 catches for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. It's a 1st down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 44-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he's brought down. a sack and a turnover on downs. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He completes it to Olave. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On first down, Justin Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Eagles will take over here just shy of the 30. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day three corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
2nd and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 85 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, Hurts. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Hurts throw pulled in by Norton. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Chargers ready to take over. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Smith catches left side. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. From the gun, it's Hurts. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense. It's been really impressive here in the early going.
Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter.
And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
Now this throw caught left side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. That's again complete to Palmer. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Chris Olave with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chargers will extend their third quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Hurts throwing complete to Smith.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Quick slant to Brown.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first. On the option to give to Swift here. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 99 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of... So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Hurts.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Downfield, and he's got Olave.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. And that's Olave bringing in another one.
Touchdown, LA!
Chris Olave with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Chargers are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Jalen Hurts bringing the Eagles out for their next drive.
Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass. So whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
They go play action with Hurts.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw. That one complete down the field to Smith.
Touchdown, Eagles!
Devontae Smith.
63 yards.
And the Eagles get a bit closer.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A big play there for L.A. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Once more, here's Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Chargers get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. This offense ready for their upcoming series as we get a look at the former Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. In motion right is Brown. And they'll fake it there on the jet sweep, and instead here's Swift. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium. And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi Trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action. Throwing is Hurts. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. That's complete to Palmer. Touchdown, Chargers! Josh Palmer, 32 yards. And the Chargers are starting to pour it on at the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Elliott on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks cut.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. Josh Palmer, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chargers have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Back to throw. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Khalil Mack, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll drop to throw. Hurts fumbles it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Hurts. He's got a man complete. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Hurts throw there taken in by Smith. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Play action. Here's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Dances by him. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Back to throw here. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. The Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call.
Offense.
So illegal touching, Charles, on the outside.
And a lot of people wonder if the quarterback should see that. No, it's not his job to understand if the receiver's inbounds or out of bounds. You'd expect him to be there. But if he takes a step out, he essentially becomes ineligible. And that's not a tough one for an official to see, especially one standing on the sideline.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Open man, it's Palmer. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Play action. It's Herbert. This is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
On 1st down, Hurts. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight end.
There he goes, left side.
Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Eagles are able to at least get one score back.
Yellow, check, pink.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Here's Darius Davis on the return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession.
He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Open man downfield, it's Palmer. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Justin Evans. And the Eagles come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And the Bolts have done it. The Los Angeles Chargers are the Super Bowl champions. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this this game alone, because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. The accomplishment, forever.